Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I am super excited for what I have behind me. Very exciting in this box. I've waited probably 3 months for this now, between going back and forth with the seller and kind of trying to figure out when they were, going to be shipped out. I got on the pre-order list, all that. I paid the big bucks for this one, so hopefully the quality is worth it and the wait time. So with that being said, let me show you what I got. Alright, you can read that if you'd like. That is from 𝙢𝙠𝙚 on Instagram. He is the one that actually made this limited batch of replica GT wings. No claims against the carrier or myself will be possible if the issues were not addressed with the driver upon delivery. If there are any issues with the goods, sign for as damaged. Well, fuck. I don't know if it's damaged, but it looks like I'm fucked either way if it is. Here are the risers. They look pretty good. The mold looks pretty good. Only thing is a few little imperfections on the corners and stuff. The primer wasn't sanded down 100%, at least that's what I'm seeing. But I'm gonna inspect the rest of the wing. Guys, look at how insane this is. I know it's not painted, so seeing the vision is a little difficult, but that looks insane. Alright, you guys saw me mock it up earlier. I'm basically just going to leave it here for the next 2 days. I'm going to box it back up and we're going to take it to paint. I think I'm going to try a place. There's literally a paint shop right down the street from my house. I can't wait. I'll pick up this video when I either drop the car off at paint or it's back from paint. Who knows?
3 weeks later, many months later.
I've waited forever for this. As you guys know, this was kind of like a whole 6-month ordeal between getting the wing, getting it prepped, painted, mounted, everything. But it's done. It's been done for about 2 weeks now, and I couldn't be more stoked. It looks awesome. So let me just go ahead and show you. Alright, so here the car is in all of its glory. It looks really good right now. I still gotta wash it because we're going to a BMW CCA meet tomorrow. But yeah, let me show you a little bit more about this wing. So it looks really good. The color is a pretty close match. I don't know that it could have been done better than this. You kind of have to look at it in the sun. It's pretty freaking close. I think there's a tinge of red or orange to this that the original paint does not have, but this is a completely different material, and to be honest, I didn't get charged that much for it to be done, but I think it turned out pretty good. So actually, go ahead and open the trunk here. I'll show you how he mounted it, which is pretty good. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick up on that, but you'll see there's a hole here, pretty clean, right above the VIN sticker there. And then actually, don't know if it's going to focus here, but put a hole right here as well. Just cut right through, pretty small, and basically did as minimal as possible, which I really like. Screwed it in from the bottom there, so there's the 2 holes there. Here are the holes for the rest of it. These are the other 2. Again, super clean, basically as clean as you could probably get them, and it turned out awesome. It's pretty good. There's a little bit of a gap in here where the tape didn't seat 100%. I can't really put the blame on the painter there. That's more or less the mold of the wing. Just make sure I slam it super hard every time I close the trunk. But yeah, it turned out really good. He fixed up the edges and everything. But we'll go ahead and talk about why I wouldn't recommend this wing in particular. Okay, now for the final thoughts / review part of the video, where I'm gonna discuss the wing, kind of the whole process of going through to buy it, getting it painted, and kind of my final thoughts on it. So anyways, as I discussed earlier in the video, I purchased this wing for 650 bucks, and then after paint, that was another $600, and believe me, that's with me getting cut a huge break on this. I think it would be a lot more expensive anywhere else. I just got a good deal. So that's 600 and then 650 on the wing. That's 1250 for the whole thing said and done. The painter also mounted it, which is great. And yeah, the hardware was provided from the seller, Violent M3, and then as well as some 3M tape, which was kind of weird, only because it was applied to the wing, and then it needed to be taken off for paint, so I don't know why it was stuck on the wing, but whatever. I guess that's how he wanted to do it. So the biggest reason I purchased this wing in the first place was, okay, it was prepped for paint, which is how it's advertised, and it would be to me in like 2 weeks. So obviously I was, you know, happy to give this guy my money. 650 bucks is a lot of money no matter which way you cut it. I don't think, you know, no matter how you look at it, I think 650 for a plastic mold for a wing is plenty of money. And like anybody, I was a little frustrated when it took like almost 3 months to get it. Every time I messaged this guy, I just felt like I was irritating him, and he would give me back the one-word answers like, yeah, whatever, like, you know, it'll be there, or give me 2 more weeks, or, you know, whatever. And other people that I've talked to that bought wings from him had the same experience. I actually have a buddy that ordered 2 wings and have only received 1. And he's still waiting on that second one. So I guess I can consider myself lucky in this whole thing. But yeah, anyways, it was advertised as it'll be here in 2 weeks, and it's basically prepped for paint. You don't really need to do anything. I was like, okay, cool. So it's not just a plastic mold, it's got primer, and the primer sanded, and it's gonna be awesome. When I received the wing, you guys saw, it's like somebody sanded it with their eyes closed. I mean, the whole top portion was not sanded. There was a bunch of little pinholes in the mold, so that needed filler. I mean, the risers were different shapes once you actually line them up. So those needed to be modified and sanded. So it wasn't, I honestly feel like I would have preferred to just get the plastic mold and not have it primered, because I think really that caused more work for the painter. Basically had to strip it all anyways, given that it was so uneven. So anyways, would I recommend this wing to you or your friend or anybody with an E36 that's looking to get an LTW? Absolutely not. Please go with something else, try something else. I know the eBay reps are bad because they have a bad rap of sagging in the middle and they're cheap and blah, blah, blah. But if I'm being quite honest, I think if you do a little bit of digging in the E36 Facebook groups and you go on Beamer forums and you look through the forums, you'll find people will tell you what the best replica is. So I mean, overall, please just go look for like a Masha, or, you know, they make a couple other ones. There's a couple of companies that make really good quality replicas. I feel like the main issue with these replicas is that sometimes it just takes forever for you to get one, but you might as well wait. I thought I was getting one early, that's why I paid the $650, and it didn't even come early or within the 2 weeks. So yeah, don't worry about waiting. You're gonna have to wait regardless. I decided to take a shot with this replica wing, and don't get me wrong, it looks good. The mold itself, I think, is actually really great. I think the primer job was horrendous, and if you would have left it alone, it would have been perfect. The mold was pretty good, and I know the reason it was prepped was to get rid of some of the imperfections from the mold, but I feel like just would have been better off not even prepped. But what do I know? I haven't worked at a body shop or anything, so. But all in all, that's my opinion, my final thoughts on it. It looks great that it's on the car now, and it was a complete ordeal to get it here, and I think it makes me like it even more now that I know how hard I had to, you know, work to go through and get all this done. So it looks great on the car now. That's not to say maybe I'll take it off at some point. Maybe I'll run a low rise for a bit. I actually wanted to run the low rise, but it looks like such a pain in the ass now that it's mounted. I don't really want to touch it. Maybe in a future video I'll do that and get a gurney flap and stuff like that to make it sweet. But other than that, that's basically it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's like a little different style of video, but it's more review style, and hopefully this will point you in the direction of what to look for and maybe what to not look for. So yeah, hopefully it was beneficial. Hopefully it was helpful. That's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.